So today I'm going to use a 22mm flathead bit. It's got that very sharp pointy end on there, and it's called a flat bit for fairly obvious reasons. So now I'm going to pop that into the drill, and for those of you who don't necessarily know how to put a drill bit into the drill, the safest way is to turn the chuck manually in a anti-clockwise direction. Then, so the space is big enough to put that in, then just turn the that round in a clockwise direction. Feel it getting tighter, and it's really tight as you can get it. And that's in, and then we're ready to go. What we'll do is we're going to use a clamp to hold these down on the workbench so they don't spin around, because otherwise they might be tempted to spin around and round, and it makes a very exciting little spinny effect, but not very safe. So you're now able to choose where you want your hole to be drilled, and we're just going to mark it there with a little pencil mark, which you probably can't see, and then we'll hold the drill and drill bit as upright as is possible. And then we're going to have the drill set on a drill mode, which looks like a little drill bit there, and I'm going to put it on a slow speed to begin with and see how we go. So we put it in there, and we just push down, keep it as upright as possible. Sometimes it's useful to use a square or something like that to keep your drill a bit more upright. But don't get that in the way when you're drilling, because it could be a bit of a problem for you. Put that back there so we don't lose it. Right, we're going to start with drilling. So press down, keep it as upright as possible. And what I find is if you rock the drill back and forwards slightly, it'll help it dig into the wood a bit more easily. Don't forget to put a bit of scrap wood underneath to stop the breakout. But I'll show you what we do when we get through the other side. See, I'm just rocking that side to side, and then that helps it drill and dig in. And you can clean it off carefully. Probably best to do this with your gloves, because it does get quite, the bits do get quite hot. So now I'm going to put the speed up to 2, high speed. Put it back in the hole. The drill bit's not tight enough, so tighten that up a bit more. And much more speed there now. And by the feel of it, I think I've gone through into the scrap wood underneath. Hopefully I have. So we'll see what that looks like underneath. Take off my clamp. Alright, so brush that off. So underneath, it's just unfortunate we've got a bit of a label there. But so that's the underneath, just cutting it straight through onto a piece of scrap wood. So it's a little bit, you can see that, a little bit jagged there. So that's one way of doing it, not perfect, but then I'll show you another way, which hopefully should be better. So once again, we'll set this up with our trusty clamp. Clamp that up nice and tight. we'll have another go. So we're just going to take our position again, keep the drill and the drill bit upright, and then push down. We're going to go on the high speed because it seems to work much better. So when you think you've got about sort of halfway through the wood, hopefully that pointy piece will be sticking out the other side, on the back side of this bit of wood. So now's the time to turn the wood over, and then we should get a cleaner cut, a cleaner hole. Right, so we've dug in that much, and you can see, hopefully you can see that there's a hole through the middle there. Now that's where the hole is on the back of the wood, so we're just going to turn the wood over. I'm going to clamp it down again. And if we go back through from there, snip that little bit out. Then hopefully we've got a nice, fairly neat tidy hole that side, and a fairly neat tidy hole that side with slightly less breakout. There's more breakout there where I just drilled straight through into the scrap wood, but this, with a little bit of sandpaper on there, that'll be nearly perfect. And that is how you cut a nice sharp hole with your flat bed. If you found this at all useful, please do give it the thumbs up, and please do subscribe, and then we can continue to help Acorns Childrens Hospice Worcester and Mind. So thank you very much for your support. We now had over 200,000 views, 218,000 views or so since we set up in lockdown. So anyway, it's good, and we've managed so far to donate nearly £1,000 split between the two charities.